Susa. Oh, look, it's the place. Does this place look a little different? I don't know if that phone was always there or something. Susa Amane was about to run out of patience. The cause was the young man in the room with her. Her father. Itaru Hashida, aka Daru. He's a mass... Mostly in the start of the story. Okay. His massively obese body was leaning forward of a computer monitor, and he had a dopey grin on his face. I get that exposition of the other characters. Probably it's all come back or something. He finally gotten up at around 11 a.m., gulped down 3 cups of instant ramen, and now is surfing the internet. Oh. What? Wait, normies must die, P. And Partheon, our husband and wife? Nobody told me about this. What? A female freelance illustrator. She probably does illustrations for Nikonia Video. Vocaloid songs. The most popular was Young One. Remember the Die P? A Vocaloid producer. 2 of his videos have exceeded over millions of views. Popular for the unique royalty bills with lyrics. As the name says, many of his songs criticize normies or criticize himself for not having any friends. His songs are a source of support for viewers and similar to dire straits. His songs always feature images by the same illustrator, Parthian, and our cute illustrations are another source of popularity. Cliche. Yeah, smartphone. Wait, do we have a smartphone before? Oh well, we already know what a smartphone is. Jimio, Neuron. I don't remember seeing these ones. Literally 8th grader disease. This term refers to slightly unusual actions and speech patterns commonly used by Japanese boys undergoing puberty. It can also be used as a pejorative term toward people who left puberty a long time ago but still say the highly embarrassing things if they were still kids. Chunibyo refers to someone who performs antisocial misanthropic or delusion actions or make statements in an attempt to make themselves seem like a grown-up. While the speaker may think that they're really cool from the perspective of an adult, they look ridiculous. Chunibyo can be broken down further into categories. One of which is the evil eye Chunibyo, who seems convinced that he has a special anime power or backstory. For example, an evil eye that gives him massive abilities. Strictly speaking, Okada falls into this category. I knew it, you were calling him out at the end. That slang for rolling on the floor laughing. Other variants include lol, raffle-a-mile. I prefer the Lamau. LMAO is another one, I guess. And Rafflecopter, like raffle, but with a helicopter. Who came up with the Rafflecopter? Let's just combine the 2 words together. And wait, his handle is normies must die, but he's a normal. He's got a wife. That's not fair. Grr, I thought this was the one side of us loners. This means war. It's trolling time. We do a little trolling. Whoa. Today I learned that Action and Twitter are already pissed off. The name of a micro-blocking software app allows for tweets up to 440 characters in length. Tweets from other users you follow can be viewed in timeline, allowing for it to be used in the chat program. And they increased the character limit, didn't they? I don't use Twitter, so I don't know what the actual limit is now. I missed a boat. I need to go back and look at the timeline again. What is he talking about? Dad! Dude, he looks so different! It's his mouth. It definitely is his mouth. His mouth just... Yes? That's what Suzuha called their father. It's who he was, after all, so there's nothing else to call him. Suzuha with a time travel from the year 2036, and seven years from now, you become her father. Stop screwing around. All you have to do is lie around and eat. Look at the internet or play video games. I told you that nothing but instant noodles and snacks will make you sick, but that's still all you ever eat. In fact, this piece of dish was covered with snacks. You cleaned it regularly, but it never seemed to make a difference. And I keep telling you to exercise, but you never do. Suzuha realized that she was complaining more than usual, but she had to say it anyway. At this rate, in the future... Why his glasses just flint up? And then she realized that Itaru wasn't even listening to her. What? His eyes are fixed on the computer monitor. He moves his mouse out of sight, but he still hear him clicking his... Oh my god, dude, his face is like square like a JoJo pose right now. What's that? SG? Super hard Gads? That hairspray? Listen to me. So approached her father from behind and put the hairspray can she'd been hiding up to his neck. Ah! Daur seemed to think it was a gun, but he stuck his hands up. Threats like this worked. They worked because she told him that she survived the Third World War. In the wars and chaos of 2036, that she was ready to draw a gun and pull the trigger whenever she needed to. It's hairspray, bro. Nah, it's dangerous hairspray, bro. It's highly flammable. Like a bomb right next to his ear. Sousa, if you don't stop, Daddy's gonna get mad. I'm getting mad at you right now. Oh, right, sorry. but you know about my secret job, right? I'm pretty busy with that. When you're good a hacker as I am, there are always a ton of offers. I don't have time to eat real food, right? You actually hack stuff? And there's a time difference with overseas clients, so sometimes I'm up all night. In the future, you used to say that all the time, and then Mom would always get mad at you. Even if, for the sake of the argument, we can't do anything about your sleep schedule, I can't let you keep eating all this unhealthy food. You'll stop immediately, got it? But work hard, and still the time machine research. I need to relax. You just use that as an excuse to slack off. You're being a spoiled brat, Dad. Those are always amazed that our dad managed to survive the future wars. But since the time machine research would affect the future, and evidently Suzu's very presence here, she's gonna tell him to stop. Even after Rentaro Okabe stopped coming to the future gadget laboratory, Rentaro kept working on the time machine all by himself. Suzu never said a word about it. If she did, it might create a time paradox. Time paradox. Just remember, you can't examine the time machine that came from the future to build your own. She started to warn him again. What happens if you do? I know that, but sometimes I lose confidence. Can I really make a time machine? Of course you can. You can. Hang in there. Okay. Just took her hairspray can off his neck. Hey, I was sure that was a gun, and I wasn't. How can you trick your own dad? I'll use the real one next time, okay? Please don't. Man. Suzu put the can of hairspray back on the shelf. It was something Rento Akabe had left here when he lived in the lab. It was still here since the owner never came back for it. You know, she's a savage. Can't even tell her fell for it. I feel like she's done that like many times already. You know, in manga and video games, it's always really cute when a girl scolds her dad. Don't you do that? Don't you do that face, bro? Don't you do the cat face? Suza, can you try to say, "Oh, geez, don't do that, Papa," in a really sweet voice if you can? Never mind. Her dad shrank from Suza's glare. Ha. Suza sighed loudly and dropped herself onto the sofa. She leaned back against the headrest and stared at the ceiling, then closed her eyes. What's wrong? It's nothing. You can't hide it from me. When you say it's nothing, that means I want you to listen to me, right? Huh? Come on, tell me. That sounded very serious. Suza's eyes went wide for a moment, but then she realized. That line. Hold on here. That wasn't the girl game you were playing earlier, wasn't it? Oh! That was a phrase that triggers the flag, right? We gave Linga. That was foreshadowing that means a common trope is about to occur. For example, an XXX flag means that something in the future, XXX, will happen. Death flags and love flags are common examples. Come on. She'd been living here for 3 months. She was starting to learn a little about Akiba's culture since circa 2010. Dad, you better not be thinking about trying to make my route, okay? I'm not. I would never do it to my own daughter. Really? I always wonder about you in the future. Huh? Even after I hit puberty, you always kept asking me to take baths with you. What the crap? What? That's scary. I was in the military, and you were always working on the time machine, so we couldn't always be together. But you always got hungry around me. Oh, huggy around me. He was honestly kind of obnoxious. Her dad looked honestly depressed, and she realized that she'd gone too far. You always said to me, you know, this is the worst world line possible, but your birth was the best thing that could have happened. I don't want to disappoint the future, you Dad, so I need you to convince Uncle Colin no matter what. It's okay. I'll never be disappointed. Really? Yeah. But Uncle, he just won't listen to me. He's not going to go back to the past like this. He won't rescue Kurisu Makise, and he won't reach Steins Gate. Steins Gate. That was the name of the mysterious world line her dad had told her about in 2036, where World War III might not occur. Leading Rentaro Okabe to that world line was her mission. But right now, it wasn't going well. Suzu had come to 2010 just like the mission had called for. She succeeded in sending Rentaro Okabe to July 28th. But then she had failed. He wasn't going to try again. Every time they met, she tried convincing him, but who knew if her words were having any effect? In the end, this world line would converge into the third. Oh God. On. Into the Third World War, and many people will be killed. I came here to change that, but maybe fate says that I can't. She had something else she had to do here in Akibata in December 2010. Besides convincing me to Akabe, it meant she was running around every day. The exhaustion was starting to take its toll on her. During the war, she'd been able to keep herself sharp at all times, and this level of exhaustion wouldn't have meant anything. The relaxed atmosphere of 2010 would actually make him realize how tired she was. She was feeling very sleepy right now, actually. She was surprised at how willing she was to fall asleep in such an undefendable position, but she didn't think she could beat the temptation. And then suddenly, she felt something extremely cold on the back of her neck. Hiya! She snapped away in an instant, awake. Her movements after that were lightning quick. She jumped up and slid behind the massive body in front of her, which obviously belonged to Taru, then grabbed his arm and twisted it as if he dropped him to the floor. She went to draw the gun at her hip, and her hand swiped through empty air. And then she came back to the reality. Her gun was hidden. She wasn't carrying it. This was in 2036. Ow, ouchies! Two cans of Dr. P clattered to the floor. That must have been what put on her neck. What are you doing, Dad? Getting you back. I was half asleep, so I almost killed you. What? I've told you that's how I've been trained. That could have turned out really bad for you. But fine, just let me go. This really hurts. Oh, sheesh. Sheesh! Susan let her father go. Ow. Taru rubbed his arm, stood up and grabbed the cans of Dr. P off the floor. You have to run to Suzuha. Anyway, you're giving up too soon. Keep at it a little longer. I think Okadan's just tired and sleeping. Put some cold Dr. P up to his neck like I did. Anyway, just wake up. I mean, it's Okadan we're talking about. Yeah. She realized her dad was trying to cheer her up and nodded. Then she heard footsteps coming up the stairs and slightly off-key humming. Oh! Their eyes met. Just the sound of enough to tell them who it was. Is it Mayushi? Hi, Suzuha. Okie dokie. She moved fast, maybe even faster than when she knocked her father to the ground. She quickly and silently jumped behind the curtain, separated the lab's development room from the rest of it. Just as she hid behind the desk, there was a knock at the door. Whose voice is this? Hello? She knew that voice, of course. It was her mom. Oh, hold on, be back real quick. Hear that bark? Hear that bark, bark? Mom. Is it Yuki? She could tell from the noises he was making that her dad was panicking. There was another knock. Mayuri? Right, I'm coming. Oh, my dog is growling at me right now. Is he going outside? You might. I'm not sure. I told him to open the door. So took a deep breath and concentrated her mind. She remembered the time she spent 3 days and 3 nights in the battlefield with no food and nothing to drink, constantly aiming her rifle at the target. She erased any trace of her presence that could give her away. Her breathing started to become shallow. Dad, don't screw this up, okay? He's so gonna screw it up, bro. So gonna screw it up. Oh yeah, I think my dog wants outside, so I have to be right back real quick. Be like 30 seconds. Got one Smarty left, bro. We got one Smarty. Smarty. Wow. Let me voice it from back here. I'm on a sheet. We're meeting Mayushi today. Free swab, bro. Free swab. Smarties are so good. I think they make sour Smarties. It's crazy. Okay. Whew. Crunch, crunch. Amanushi, you meeting Mayushi today? Tara came back from the room with a girl. A female. Yes, we were supposed to be practicing cooking together. She could hear a plastic bag rustling. She must have brought the good ingredients. Mayushi's not here yet. I see. Maybe I'm a little too early. Yamane. Just the name Amane is just Suzu's mother. Oh my god, that's why it sounds so familiar. They share resemblance? Oh my god, yellow eyes. She got the eyes from Daru, and she has the hair from her mother. Bro. Smarties. Whoa. Going too far back in the throat. In other words, the two of them in the other room were supposed to get married. Oh, what did I just press? Well, if you were supposed to meet, I'm sure she'll get here eventually, right? Can I wait here? Of course. You're going to be cooking here, right? Yes, I hope to do some taste testing for us, Hashida. I don't know if I want to eat Mayushi's cooking. Don't worry, Mayushi's gotten a lot better lately. Huh. Ito was clearly nervous. As far as Suzu knew, the only girl he acted that way around was Yuki Amane. Suzu and Mayushi were practically family, and he got along fine with big sis Rumi, fittest Nyang Nyang, who worked at the maid cafe next door. So it wasn't that he didn't know how to act around girls. But for some reason, he always acted different when she was around. She told him that Yuki would be his wife someday. It was too late to do anything about it now, but maybe that was a mistake, she thought. Probably was a mistake, not gonna lie. Ferris routes, no more, bro. Maybe he'll go on the 4C route. Daur's got the 4C route, bro. What's the next one? She's gonna forget about Ferris. She's gonna forget about Yuki. Just 4C is life. 4C is love. I said it backwards. Where's it? Your sister's not here today. Oh yeah. I see. I thought Hashida's sister was none other than Suzu herself. Around the same time, Suzu started spending all her time in the lab. You could become friends with Mayuri and Taru, and began visiting more frequently. Which meant that avoiding her was almost impossible, and so she was forced to tell Yuki that she was Taru's little sister. But still, she wanted to keep contact to a minimum, in order to keep Yuki from finding out somehow. That was why she was hiding. Alright, what do you think of this outfit? I just bought it. A little twirl. Yuki showed no signs of noticing Suzuha. She was twirling around the center of the room as if she was on a fashion show. Yuki was a cosplayer and wanted as many people as possible to see her dressed up. Mayuri had told Suzuha that once before. In fact, Yuki and Mayuri spent a lot of time complimenting each other's outfits. This whole thing plays like a comedy sketch setup. Bro, it does. They're too unlikely. Yep, it's great, really great. Really? It's like, whoa, an angel for the win. Thank you. You should dress up too, Hashida. Just lose those tiny bit of weight, and I think you look wonderful. I'm serious, you know. Oh. Thought of Hashida and Yuki Amane. As she listened to the awkward conversation, Suzu remembered the last time she said goodbye to her dad. Are we getting a flash forward? Oh my god, no way! We're in the future! 2036. Do you have art? Or no? Probably no. If we get a visual of Daur for the future, oh my god, that'd be amazing. Dad! Same thing. Dad, the peacekeeping squads have reached Manchibashi. One of the bridges of the south sides of Akibata that crosses over the Kanda River. We're fighting a war here? I guess World War III happened on... I don't think it happened in Akibata. The original Machibata was built in a different spot. Not ready for the future Daur yet. Watch me... from what I'm hearing, he's gonna be like normal looking. He's gonna be like peak performance, massively buff. Maybe. Maybe he's got wider. He's got super wide. I mean, in the original Maishi, Mansibashi Bridge was built in a different spot. When the new Mansibashi Bridge was built in the current location, the old bridge became known as the Old Mansibashi until it was taken down altogether in 1906. The bridge came into several current arc shapes after several buildings, including one after the Great Kanto earthquake. Damn, the place came out of... Oh, yeah. Which means it's only a matter of time until they find out this place. I guess the false information I leaked didn't do anything good. Let's hurry. Yeah, I'm opening it up. Oh my god, is this... What are you doing, dog? Is this the top of the Radicon building? Because the time machine can't physically actually move. It just goes in the same place. This place has seen better days. Wow, Mayuri's here? Well, I know idea there's a door here. Nobody will ever find us, huh? Come on inside. What's happening? What is this place? That's what I could. Yeah, you had a. What's happening? Who's that girl? Everyone's almost totally empty, covered from the top to bottom in soundproofing materials. Not only were there no windows, there wasn't even a door. He looks pretty the same. Who's that girl? We're not even door in the hallway. The building that we're in was once a symbol of old Akibara before it was almost entirely destroyed by an air raid during the last days of the Third World War. Only a few people knew about the secret room inside of it. The biggest reason was its secret. The silhouette of what looked like a satellite, sizzling in the corner. Oh, this is a time machine, isn't it? Who's this girl? This girl's the main character, isn't it? Oh boy. She looks like the main character. I gotta get the other. Wait. No, well, no, actually, she's another. Yep. Is he make it? She appeared on the opening, so that's how I know. I think. But she's not a main character because she doesn't have. She has tiny importance. She doesn't get the. Does Dr. Nakabachi have a voice line in this one? No. He's the main character in the other one, apparently. She's titled under the other character. I don't know what the voice I gave her. It's a time machine. Kagari, it's dangerous, so don't get too close. Suzuka spoke to the little girl clutching Mayuri's hand. Most of the children in this area had skin inflammations somewhere on their body from all the radioactive rain. She's Kagari, not other. Oh, is she Kagari? Weird. I thought I would hear a voice. Radioactive rain. Her name was Kagari Shina. Wait. That's Wait, hold on. But no one knows if she was true. She was an orphan. Oh, that explains it. I'm like, Mary had a child. She was an orphan who lost her parents in the Tokyo air raid when she was a baby, and no one knew her birthday. Her name Kagari had given to her by Mayuri, who was working at the child welfare center that had taken her in. Oh, this is the part of the song that has the original melody. I recognize it. Just a little tiny little callback. She took it from the world Kagabari, meaning bonfire, and hoped that she could be a light even in the dark days. It had been 4 years since Mayuri had adopted her, and her name on the registration form had become Kagari Shina. Give her Nate's voice. It's pretty! I won't torture. It's pretty, mommy. I'll give her that voice. Yeah, it is. Well, metrics. Suzuka motioned for the genius to step back and put her right hand and right eye up to the time machine sensor. The biometrics check cleared and the latch slid open. The use of fingerprints, voice recognition, veins, iris scanning, etc. Instead of using a password. Interesting. The more you know. She's gone. She went aside and fastened herself into the seat. We've never done a man jump of this length before, but the technology is just fine. Just do it like the test jumps. Hold on here. Let me quickly close my door real quick. Got the dog. Hey, what's the dog doing? What's the dog doing? What's the dog doing? I see his chin, bro. His chin's got some lines. I guess his neck. Or his collarbone. Okie dokie. Suzuka began to flip switches, working her way through the startup procedure. She practiced it hundreds of times in preparation for this day. The faint rumble of the machine began to get louder. According to the data, with the spot we're in now was the roof of the old radio building. There's a gap about a meter. So when you land, there's going to be an impact. Oh my god, that's why the whole building shut. Roger. You gonna sleep? Alright. I'll probably find a good stopping point and stop. I don't know when that is. But good night, Toro Jr. Pasta la vista. Pasta la vista. I'll be back Sunday. The great, great Sunday. I'm free at Sunday. Alright. Time machine can move through time, but not space. To arrive at the radio building more than 60 years in the past, she needed to launch from right here. Even if something happens, stay calm. Remember your training. I'll be fine. I believe in your machine, Dad. Her words must have meant a lot to him because he stuck out his lips toward her. She squished them back in their hand. Is that a kiss? That's creepy. Oh my god. That makes me sad. Do you not like your daddy, Susa? When you do it, it seems like you mean something else. Come on, I want to think of my own daughter that way. So who was it that you were saying you're starting to remind me of your mother? Pant. Her mother wasn't here. She became a victim of the war, brutally killed by the peacekeeping SWATs. Don't take my joke seriously, please. What? It was a joke? The voice sounded kind of disappointed. She set the destination for August 13th, 1975. Her first mission was there. That does it. Okay, Dad, She was about to say her goodbyes. But then... Yeah! Oh my god. That's from the roof? The roof? What's going on up there? That's from the roof! They're coming in! Damn it! They're faster than I thought! She drew a gun from her holster. She was about to get out of the time machine, but her dad stopped her. No, just go! But you'll be fine. Just go, Suza. No, I can't. Mayoshi, get Kagari in there. Huh? There's room for another person in there. Another person? Mary and Suza's father picked up the stunned Kagari and stuffed her in the time machine. Suzu, take care of Kagari! What? Was she ever... What? What happened to Kagari? She's never mentioned ever. Okay. If the mission succeeded, the world line would be rebuilt, and it was likely that the present Kagari would cease to exist. It might have been pointless to send her, but even so, her mother wants her child to live. That's how Suzu Hamaz was too. Mommy? Kagari finally seemed to understand what was going on. She called out to her mom. No, I don't want to go. It's okay, Kagari. Suzu's with you, okay? No, I want to go with you. If you go to the past, you'll see the old me. I'll be a lot younger than I am now. I bet you'll be surprised. Eddie handed Kagari a tiny keychain. Looking old, but it may have been brightly colored green once. But now it's completely faded. A metal Oopa? This is Mommy's Oopa keychain. I'm giving it to you. Take good care of it, okay? Mascot character of the Rain Net Kakadu anime. A dog-like virtual pet with an egg-shaped cylindrical body and short, stubby arms and legs. Comes in many different colors. It can't talk, but it can communicate by crying, Oopa? Oopa? Or Oopa! Well, that's our bun. Logging. Once it was pressed firmly into Kaguri's hand, she stepped back. Mayuri was smiling but weeping at the same time. No! I don't want to go! I want to stay with you, Mommy! 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 No! Kagari, be quiet! Kagari fell silent immediately. Even Suza had never heard Mayuri use that tone of voice. That's how harshly she scolded her daughter. What? Mommy! Ah! Kagari was quietly weeping and moving. I'm closing the hatch. This time, the hatch really did begin to close. The inside part of the machine and the outside of it. The two worlds were about to be completely cut off from another. Whether Suza's mission successful or not, she would probably never see any of them again. Suza! Susu, make sure you take care of Kagari. And tell Kagari that Steins Gate really exists. Tell him, don't give up no matter what, you moron. Okie dokie. And then the door was sealed shut, and Mayuri and Tada's voices disappeared, along with the chaos outside. Dad, I love you. He whispered towards the door, but now sealed shut. Let's go, Akari. To the past. She booted up the time machine. Ooh, that's bright. All my eyeballs. Is this a good spot? Let me think real quick. I should have swayed the vacuum. That back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Alright, I think here's a good stopping point. I think. Let me see tips. Fired. Nah, no tips missed. This song's a vibe though. Alright, what do we learn? Surprising, there's a lot about not the main character. Because in the first game, perspective was entirely main character. In this one, side characters. Pretty interesting to see the different perspectives. And I wonder if they'll, I assume yes, gonna have some type of importance. Or it's setting the exposition, I assume, from like the other characters' perspectives. What's happening. It's probably all add up somehow. But where the frick did Kagari go? I didn't see a Kagari anywhere. She never popped out of the time machine. I'm confused. Well, wait, the first designation was 1975. So what happened in 1975? It's strange. What if she got like left off in 1975? She has the same color as like Kurisu. What if she's Kurisu's mom? That'd be crazy. I doubt it. There's no way. Well, that's kind of far-fetched. I have no proof or anything except for like same color hair. I think I lost my playtime when I went womp. Hey boy, man. Liskinen, greatest character of all time. You know how much love Liskinen. Hey boy. I did save right? Just like 3 times already. Yeah, close epigraph. Basta la vista.